Well, the tree of life is taught in many ways. There are books to read, there are uh, various disciplines, there is the Jewish tradition, there is the English tradition, there is the tarot, there are all kinds of ways to approach the Kabbalah. And you can learn all kinds of things about it and it can teach you all kinds of things. It's actually the 10 faces of God, and actually there are 12, actually there are myriads of faces of God, but for our purposes we do 12. So you can spend forever studying and learning, and it's all valuable. However, for our purposes, for what we do, we work with the tree as a living symbol. We believe that it is the archetypal pattern for your consciousness. And that when we alter that archetypal pattern, your life changes. When individuals come to study with us, we work with the tree and we work with the individual sephira and with the tree as a whole. Doesn't matter whether you can pronounce the words correctly, doesn't matter whether you spell it correctly, none of that matters. All that matters is that you work with the tree, and you can alter your consciousness by simply working with the tree. And we found that to be most effective. When we work with the chakras, we work with the more immediate. We work with the mundane. You will see change and transformation in your mundane life experience. When you work with the tree, you work with archetypal patterning. So that is the reason to work with the tree. And that's the glyph I'm speaking of now. At the base of the tree, the bottom Sephiroth is Malkuth. And Malkuth has to do with the physical, with the mundane world, with the concrete. And we begin to work with that. And we look at what is there. We don't force it. We never force it. We let it evolve. We do work. There are colors associated with it, and the colors change depending on the plane. But the colors that we work with when we do this work is with the Briatic, with the mental, because it allows you to be more grounded, it allows you to be more focused. If we try to use, let's say, the spiritual, you would be flying off into the ethers and we would have a terrible time keeping you grounded. That's why we don't use the absolute plane. If you use the emotional plane, you would be having all kinds of emotional reactions to what we were finding, and that's not helpful either. And of course, the physical, you would get too enmeshed in the physical. So the most helpful plane to work from is the mental plane, and that's why we do that. So we go, we go through each sephiro and we meet it where it is, and we begin to make alterations as we go. That will then alter your physical manifestation, your ability to do what is yours to do, your ability to go forward in the most effective, efficient way.